the gameplay, I was diagnosed with COVID with two different tests: an antigen test, which is where they swab basically the just outer ring of your nose 15 times with something that's the equivalent of what I call an ear baton. And the other one was the deep nasopharyngeal test, where they basically take like a toilet brush type of thing and shove it up your nose all the way to the top to where your brain is and just twist it a couple of times. And it was, both tests were positive, so now I'm forced to quarantine until at least Monday. So I decided to start over on Dark Souls, and I played a little bit of it to farm up some stats. So I do have, level 20 before I've started with anything major. Here's my inventory right now, just kind of gonna browse through the different categories. I haven't sold anything major, so I want to do things a little bit differently this time. I want to hopefully make it through the game. I might still grind out the profile that I have that's at the end to get one of the endings. But officially, I think I'm ready to face the Boreal of the Valley, which was that giant ice thing that I had trouble with at the beginning. I beat the first official boss of the game first try this time around, which I was proud about. I don't have all of the Lothric armor yet, but I'm wearing the gauntlets on my hands and at least the foot piece. The other stuff's just basic armor that I started the game with. So just to kind of get a good start, and back up. I'm not too worried about one hit's attack damage. I haven't even tried the boss since I came back to restart it, so I'm sure it won't go exactly as planned. I'm using like a deep brine axe thing. It was an item I picked up. I didn't add any effects to it. It actually started out that way. I'll take a look at it real quick to start. The deep battle axe. I did upgrade it once, so I upgraded a couple weapons once to kind of see what I wanted to use, but I didn't get too far even into the upgrade tree. I don't plan to battle them. I just want to go into the battle down here to start. Trying to work my way towards being familiar with this boss again. I don't remember how this comes to be. Oh, that's how. Okay. Just like a giant portal. Yeah, it just kind of works. Weird. So I do remember that I was attacking it from behind for the most part when I was playing the first time. So I should probably stick with the do that. I did it right there. Might as well sit down and replenish my Estus flask before I do anything else. I should probably go back and use the souls that I acquired, but I'm not even sure that I can level up with the souls that I have, because I was doing quite a bit of leveling up before I even started the stream. I'll go back and take a look at what I can do, anyway. Just in case. I can buy possibly another Ember. I've been picking them up. I haven't used any of them. I think I currently have 7 of them in my inventory. It's going a lot better this time around than it did the first time, just because I feel a little bit more familiar with the game. Just like Bloodborne's coming to me a little bit easier this time around, as opposed to the first time that I played it.
Very well. Then take...
Ooh, technically I can level up once, but I'm not going to right now.
Farewell, Ashen.
I think I'm gonna go and get the other ember that she has to offer. Yeah, so now I have 8 out of 99.
Ashen 1.
And we'll leave. Back to the valley. Of the Boreal Valley, but you know. That went over really well compared to the first time that I played. I did start with a different class this time, and with stats that I actually wanted as opposed to didn't, and worked my way to the stats that I more so wanted to be at. I still need to raise dexterity a little. I think I need like maybe 4 to 6 in dexterity, and I think I need 2 to 3 in strength yet before I can use the majority of the things that I want that are in my inventory, but I'm gonna start by continuing with the Deep Brine Axe. I didn't get the key to free the thief with the hat. I don't exactly know how that works, but we'll take a look at it later. I want to hopefully have more NPCs alive this time, because somehow I managed to kill the NPC with the hat the last time. The thief NPC. Because he just disappeared and never came back. So there's an area like this in Dark Souls 1 where you have a giant on a bridge that's broken, just like this area, and you can actually kill him just by knocking him off the area, but if you don't, I think it's called the Iron Giant or something like that. It's a reference to an old cartoon. I liked Dark Souls 1 a lot. I completed the full DLC on the channel, even though it was kind of a yikes situation at the end with Father Mantis, or whatever his name was. I think I did this last time too. The first thing I always want to do is when I see a bunch of enemies like that, because that reminds me of the Bloodborne area, is to go back and check away from there. Because Bloodborne had an alternative area that actually made the area with a bunch of enemies easier. I don't We actually had that NPC die the last time too. I don't know how. I just know that it happened. And then I killed, I think, at least 2 NPCs that I suspected. Where is the one that's alive? More bone. Am I supposed to know which one's alive? This one's reaching forward. No? One of them certainly spoke. I heard it. Friend ahead. Oh, it's right here. It says talk. So I have to stand at the right place though. How do I talk to you? Is it like a distance away? It is. Oh.
Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Njol of Londo, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
So I won't be using sorcery, but I'll accept the
Oh.
service.
I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yoel of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
So, interestingly enough, when I came across the version where we had the alternate reality, if you will, where we had killed everything as a hollow, I don't think he was there. Maybe that's interesting, maybe it's not, but it is something that happened. I'm getting free souls from sitting back, so I might as well let them just kill the other enemies. Otherwise, the enemies will work together to kill me. Oh, it jumped through the cart. These remind me a lot of the dogs from Dark Souls, too. Not Dark Souls, Bloodborne, whatever. They were made by the same developer, though, so they could have used the same model. This is like the area of the witches. I see. Fascinating. This is like, down there is like Kingfirst Castle, which is an area in Bloodborne that was part of the DLC. So I remember struggling a lot with this area when I first began. Hopefully that won't be a thing anymore. I say as I get struck by a rake. Not like the SCP creature, but like the physical object. Be wary of enemy, therefore skill required ahead. I see. There's a pathway down. There's an item here. Small leather shield. Pathway up. So, let's take the pathway up first. I think they said that these things are called thralls. I think I learned that because their hat were called thrall hats or something like that. One moment, please. So I can drop down there. What was the point of coming up here? Is it just to get that enemy? Maybe. Hi, person with a tree for a head. Guess I should cut down the item thing, because I can't get it when it's hit. I could have. It wouldn't let me take the other item when it was hanging. Worker's hat, repair powder. I should probably go down, right? Check out what's down here. There's an enemy. Just in case. There's an item down here. Charcoal bundle. I assume that does fire instead of lightning. I have one for lightning right now. I chop this down right. Reretta's bone. I remember something about that, but I don't remember exactly what at the moment. There's one of the magic wielding things over there. Oh, it sees me. So the magic wielding things can be dangerous, if I remember right. There are things that evidently trap me really away. Ow. And inflict bleeding. Please stop with that ridiculousness. I don't remember them being that strong, but it's okay. Oh, please hit. Thank you. Okay, it's dead. No need to worry anymore. Attack. Attack. What was it guarding? An Estus shard. That's something actually worth guarding, at least. Glad I fought for it. Ember, so now I have 9 of those, I think. What a Thursday afternoon treat. I did watch your second Skyrim video. Off to jail you go, JK. I think I'm gonna have to start over on that game because it pretty much stunned me over stealing bread. In a way that I can't recover from. I tried to surrender several times to a whole bunch of different people, and they're just like, no, that's not happening. Okay. I beat Boreal of the Valley my first try during the beginning of this live stream, and if you missed my medical update, you should probably check the beginning of the live stream, because that was something that happened. It's actually the reason why I'm starting fresh. I may go back, though, and just try to get full up to where I can finish the game on the main account where I'm there. But for now, this is what I'm doing. Ambush ahead. Okay. Yeah, medical update relating to results from the doctor and that type of thing. Ow. You can't kill me. Nice try. Now you go down there. Can I get back up from down there? I can. Oh, you can see how nice. There might be an item down here, so I'll go and check. There's nothing. Nothing down there. Okay, so onto the roofs I go. If I drop down, will I be able to get back up? Not sure. Eh. Hopefully I will. I can. Okay. So then up there, I have to go up a ladder to get up there. Good. Hollowed bone. That's a little useless right now. The guys with the cages usually inflict bleeding. Fading soul. A blank shield. This is usually an enemy. So. Yes, it's still an enemy. Oh, interesting. Attacking them with this does different than attacking them normally. Good. I could try and get down there, but I think the drop damage would kill me. I don't want to die from drop damage. Yes, I was vaccinated. Unfortunately, it didn't help my situation. The symptoms are supposed to be lesser if you're vaccinated, but nonetheless, it's sickness. But it's gonna give me a little bit more free time than what I would have expected, so I'm here playing this. I heard a sound. Where did it come from? If I remember right, I run over here and they throw fire bombs down at me. Don't really want that. Drop down there, though. Shit. I dropped in front of you instead of on you. Are you running a temp or is it mainly congestion? I honestly thought it was just a head cold. Like, I couldn't even tell that I had the virus. I was so adamant that it was just a head cold, I was irate at the nurse at work for sending me home off the line. But, obviously if I'm sick, she had good reason to. I've been feeling better, I'd say, for a couple days now. I live streamed straight through being sick, but I still have a bit of a sore throat, a little bit of a headache. Nothing too major, though. Now they can't throw firebombs at me. Please stay away from your parents as much as you can, at least. Anytime that I'm out of my actual room, I put on a mask to keep them protected. We let people know at Thanksgiving what was going on in case anybody got infected accidentally.
Aha, unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode.
Actually, you're wrong, but...
I am Cornyx, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man? Ah, most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornyx of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
So, the interesting thing about that is, in Bloodborne, there is Eileen the Crow, and he referenced a crow inside of a cage. Even if it is around forever, I think they're blowing it out of proportion with how they've made it so everywhere. If people are going to pass away, they're going to pass away. It's kind of just survival of the fittest at that point. I do remember that back behind here, there's a hidden area with a ring, I believe. Are you alive? You look alive. I don't trust that. Yes, a fire clutch ring. Good. Increases fire attack, but compromises damage absorption. I'm not using fire attacks anyway, so I don't really need it. Hi. That hurt. Don't do that. I mean, it didn't. You literally didn't hit me, but... I took over half your health away. Please get out. That was scary for just a moment. The invasions in this game a couple nights ago did so badly I deleted my video. Yeah, I don't do invasions. I played online once in this, and I lost twice and won once. I got a crown, it didn't give me any souls or any items, and I decided I'm never doing that again. I mean, what's the point of doing the online battle system within the main Firelink Shrine if you don't get anything for winning? It's besides the point, though, I guess. Oh, I've made it over here already? Okay. So the mine, should I head towards the mine or head up there? Probably down here. Hi. Nice try. The only thing about heading into the mine is there's giant rats down here, so I need to be equipped with probably the black fire bomb is what I want to use on them. Remove, remove. Remove. I'm never gonna use that anyway. What I wanted to do, though, is put probably this and at least these. Well, there are certain covenants that require you to invade or co-op, like some bros are rewarded for helping people boss fight. I don't know, other players. I liked the Covenant of the Sun when we were doing the whole thing with Solaire in the original Dark Souls. After that, it was kind of oh well when it came to Covenants in this game, because I didn't really feel an affinity towards anybody for any prolonged period of time. I love the fire bombs on the rats, they're so effective. Where's the big one? I think it's hidden in the fog, maybe. There's two, there's the third one. Throw. Ow, okay. You're like missing your other ear. You look like the Parasite Egraph, actually. Bloodbite Ring. Parasite Eve is a really, really old game from PS1. I think they possibly made a follow-up way later on PS2. But the graphics are so bad I couldn't play it on the channel because I don't think anybody would want to watch it. So I made it to the next bonfire, that means. Is there an item on this side? No. I tried Noi, but cannot get into it. I feel like I have wasted my money. I got that way with a lot of different games. I tried to play Sister Location on the PlayStation on the channel to try and, you know, go through the FNAF series. But I don't feel like a mouse on screen using an analog stick is really the way I want to go with that. I beat Sister Location on my laptop back when I was using a computer, but I gave the computer that I had to my little younger sister, so right now I'm just doing it on my PlayStation. What are these purple signs? Touch summon sign. I don't know what purple summon signs do, so I prefer not to touch it until at least I've spent my souls. Because I think I can level up again. And if I found another Tanzanite, there's a possibility that I can even level up my weapon. Yeah, it's probably a smart idea not to mess with things that I don't know what they were. Like, the last time that I messed with something in Dark Souls that I didn't know what it was, I basically summoned a dragon something from a giant eyeball symbol on the ground, and it spawned, breathed a bunch of fire at me and killed me. So it wasn't a great time. I didn't find the key for the thrall. I've been looking for it, but I guess maybe it just hasn't happened. Never summon a red. I do know that. It wasn't even red, it was white, and it looked like an eyeball, but it was not helpful. It just tried to kill me. That's all it did. I have 3 out of 4, I need a 4th one. I thought at one time that I could purchase them somewhere, but I guess not. Because she doesn't offer them to me, the Tanzanite shards. I was going to stream Dark Souls 2, but I cannot get it to work with my streaming software, so nope for me. Ow.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more support.
I personally didn't like Dark Souls 2. Like, at all. I think I played through probably even a majority of it. I think I beat every single one of the 4 main bosses, and then after I beat the 4 main bosses at all the pathways, I decided I didn't want to do it anymore. Something along the lines. That was on the channel. It was pretty similar to this. I got to a point where there were 2 bosses. Basically, I beat one boss, and it regened its health, and it was a boy and a girl, maybe a brother and a sister, and I could spawn 2 NPCs there. No matter how many times I spawned the 2 NPCs plus me there to try and beat the 2 bosses that were currently there, it didn't happen. It was the exact same situation as I met in this game with King Lortrick with the whole, getting the health back thing. Like, I was extremely irritated to also find that at the end of this game that you also have to beat the last boss in the game twice. I think that that's a little bullshit. His first phase isn't too bad. It has some devastating attacks to it. The second phase, he's really, really quickly, and each of his strikes takes a full stamina bar. So, even if you're using the green leafy thing that's supposed to get your stamina back even faster, it's still not worth it to even try. I didn't use any... Invaded. I was invaded. That's fun. Where is my invader? Oh, I see you. This is not gonna go well for me. Like, at all. I know you're there. NPC Invader, you got this, fam. I totally don't, but I appreciate the confidence anyway. Here, have a black firebomb. Maybe... You don't seem... A healing thing? No. Are you dying? It looks like you're dying. I didn't summon you, just go away. Are you done with using healing stuff? That was bullshit. Nice trick. Die. Right off a cliff. Vertebra shackle. That is totally not what they expected. Whew. Time to go away. Not sure if you noticed, but you can heal yourself from the spell he cast. I just repetitively threw firebombs at him until it was taking so much damage that he was forced to heal multiple times with his Estus Blast, and then once he ran out of Estus Blast, I waited for him to be in a position to knock him off the cliff. It's his fault for invading me.
Welcome home. Speak
I'm sure
thy
he's
heart's
cursing at his
desire.
live stream about being beaten by probably
Very
a level
well, then
20-ish.
take
Yeah, level 20. It's no one's fault, though, for trying to invade somebody you thought was a noob. Do I want to put it into dexterity? I can wield some weapon if I put it into dexterity. I need 20 to be able to wield the shield, though. Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Excellent. What did I get? It said Vertebra's Shackle. Vertebra's Shackle. Where? Where? There it is. Special bone found by killing in other worlds. NBC Invader, he always invades there if you are embered. Oh. So he wasn't a real person then. I wonder why it says in other worlds. I wasn't in another world, I was in my world.
Ah.
And evidently she doesn't want the vertebrae shackle. Weird. That whole situation was really weird. I don't ever plan on helping anybody else, so I'm just not purchasing the white soapstone
Ashen One.
this time around.
Welcome.
I don't have any more points to level up with, so I should probably decide on something that I want. Actually don't have the thing that I want. I wanted either the leafy green thing that allows me to get my stamina back faster, or I wanted Tantianite things, but you don't have either. I could probably sell to you. Do I have things to sell? I could sell the throwing knives. They're pretty useless. And I don't want to attract enemies, so those can go too. I'll keep the gold pine resin and things for now. I need 20 dexterity to wield that, and 12 faith. So dexterity is the only thing I have left to work on. And how many do I need for this? I need strength. This guard's pretty well against magic. 63. This is a 70 against magic.
Ashen One.
How much do I need to be able to level up?
Then take.
Okay, so I need 3,400 essentially. There's a small possibility I can get that from using this and the other one. Should bring me pretty close. Yeah, okay, brought me just to the brink of being there. So I need 17 in strength, was it, to use whatever weapon?
Farewell, Maid of...
Or was it a shield? I think it was probably the shield. It wasn't 17, it was 18, so I still need one more to be able to use the shield.
Then take.
How much is the next one? 3,678. Well, I can go up here to the guy and see what I can get for the soul for the Burial of the Valley. Is it this one? No, that's, when did you get here? I didn't invite you here.
And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded? Then these red eyes are for you. Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else, Sarum? Pillage? What else?
Did I accidentally invite them here? I I like was specifically not wanting this NPC here, because just the fact that they give me red eye orbs makes me think that this NPC is likely the one that killed my previous NPCs when I was away doing quests. And I don't want that to happen again. Oh, I'm worried now, because they give me 5 red eye orbs. I get another Estus flask while I'm here. I guess I should try and find out. I would assume that it'd be him and make total sense since he's invading and killing people in other worlds, but I could be wrong. I am not knowledgeable in the NPC questline other than Sirius and under Onion Burr, so I can't help with that. Let's see. So, it looks like Dark Souls 3. There is no NPC that will kill other NPCs at your home base this time around. There's plenty of ways to screw up NPC quests by killing bosses or walking into zones in the wrong order, and one NPC can kill off another NPC outside of the Nexus. But it actually helps in advancing the quests, but conflicting side quests are a bigger thing this time around. Well, that's kinda... Okay, so apparently one of the NPCs that I was looking at that died inside of the story, one of them died of natural causes. It wasn't something that I did. You do all the quest requirements, you fight him at the Abyssal Watchers area. Never could get that fight to spawn for me. Why would you fight him there? There are a couple of complicated things about this. Because one of the NPC that I was looking at originally dies of natural causes. You can't prevent it, he just keels over, no matter what you end up deciding on for their storyline. At least according to what I'm reading. I wish I knew what this guy's name was.
Pillage embers. What else are unkindled ashes good for?
I did get to a point the last time around when I was playing against the Abyssal Watchers where in the second phase there's 2 of them, and in the third phase there's 1. So that may be what I was looking for. I know at least there's one other character who died mysteriously or disappeared and I didn't get them back. I kind of want to go through the original Dark Souls again and try to have the NPCs survive, because towards the end of the original Dark Souls, I murdered all the NPCs myself, because that was a fun thing to do. So I'm not really finding any solid answers on that. I don't know if he killed them or not. He can stay around for now because of that. I know that one dies of natural causes, and I looked it up after to try and see what happened since I made it all the way to the end of the storyline with the one that just disappeared. And evidently it was my fault. I made a choice and they died. They never came back. And I've never found a body either.
That is what...
Right, I was gonna get the extra Estus Flask.
Which is what needs.
Oh, okay, so I did defeat him officially the first time around then. Reinforced Estus Flask.
Pretty be careful. I don't want that.
It didn't give me 6, though.
Pretty be careful.
It did. I just didn't stop the bonfire yet. So, I read something. I think in total, by the end of the game, you can have 12 Estus Flasks. I don't know how to get to that point. I likely won't get to that point, but you can, which is interesting. I think I had 10 or so by the time that I was through my other save file for the most part. Don't quote me on it, though, because I don't remember. 15. Yeah, I did not have 15 by the time I was done the last time. All the summon signs are gone. Why are all the summon signs gone? So if I remember right, this guy's a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's looking accurate. Ow. And he only gave me rubbish. How nice of him. So they're gonna throw giant spears down at me. Because they're not my friend. They can hurt the enemies too. If I remember right. Ow. It's fine, I got a bunch of items. Let's run that. Great. That was fun. So the funny thing is, if you actually stand away from the enemies, sometimes you'll just throw stuff at the enemies instead of you. Ow. Ow. tried to dodge that. I am behind a tree. It does not care. Backstabs are easy in Dark Souls 1, a little more challenging in this game. PvP anyway. It took me a while to kind of get a grasp on what they wanted me to do for backstabs this time around. It is a lot different. So, Red Eye's like good to alert all the enemies in the area in Bloodborne, but it doesn't do that in this game, and that's really the only one that I've come across that I've seen that actually has the whole Red Eye thing that happens. Don't know if that's interesting or not, it's just something that I kind of noticed. I wasn't even out past the door yet. This sucks. If I fail this too many times, I will die. Just jump. Why am I rolling instead of jumping? Oh, I have quick as jump, that's why. Okay. That's okay. This is gonna be dangerous, but here we go. We're also mid-fat rolling. Not that way. I need to go down there. A crystal lizard! You cannot escape me. I have no idea what I got, but it's okay. Oh, a touch summon sign. This seems like a good thing, maybe. It's not making me spend anything to do it, so I mean, I might as well, right? Hello? Okay, you do whatever you're doing, I'm going this way. It's a person! Hi, person. That went well. Their name is Galik. Gillick? Maybe? It's probably supposed to be Gillick. Ow, that hurt. Go away. Just get out. Something just happened outside that was devastating for a bunch of things. Oh. Guy died. He was so hopeful not. Oh, I don't have any of the black fire bombs left. That's unfortunate. I have a couple of the regular ones though. And tons of embers. Your summon was noob, he dead. Yep, pretty much. If you were on PC, we could rock this game. Hiding place ahead. Liar ahead. Yeah, there's nothing here. I remember that from last time. You can't go that way and open up the door, and this leads to the boss. Or maybe it doesn't open before the boss? It does. Anyway, I'm not going that way yet. I remember I struggled with this area a lot, specifically because I am not a sorcerer. There are specific spots on the tree that you have to hit, and it just is kind of ugh. Hi. Here, I have a fireball. Yeah, that was fun. Figure I might as well take out at least a couple. Just being touched by the fingernail. Like, I have to just be barely getting it. killed me. You kidding me? Like it was stunned, and something killed me while it was stunned. What killed me? It would have been an even better attempt if I would have known what killed me there. Like, that was so stupid. Excuse me. That hurt. Whatever just happened. Excuse me. What in the fuck? That hurt. I think they should leave the other enemies off of the main boss fight. It's confusing enough as it is for new players to try and figure out how to control that that's too. I totally should have counted as a long strike for Indiana. I had my shield up the entire time. I certainly had stamina there, and I had my shield up. What killed me? Ridiculous. Somehow, sometimes in this game, they kill you with a mysterious object that isn't there at all. And it'd be fine if I didn't have my shield up, or if I didn't have stamina, but I had both. But now that I know that you can do more than one of the egg areas both at once, I'll probably start with the hand and then move forward to the center immediately. The center will be easier to attack once it's stunned. I can't see. Excuse me. Thanks. hand or the leg should definitely be the starting point. Probably the leg, even. It seems like you probably need 2 to 3 hits for the smaller ones, and the inner ones need probably 5. I wish it was the whole tree in a way. Like, it'd look a lot better as the whole tree. Aesthetic-wise. You're the one that took a major damage to your last time. I'm missing. The only thing about starting with a familiar up here is all the other enemies that get released. There's the maximum. Yeah, that's at least twice, and then I hit the SS flash button. There was a whole bunch of lag right there. Even the enemies slowed down across the screen. Please, game, just play the way you're meant to be played, without the lag. They tried to finish me off as I was heading up the stairs too, which would have been a glitch finish. So I'm gonna head into this battle with 2 less SS blasts than I usually have. I just slapped my souls here. That's weird. That is not at all where I died the last time. many enemies die at night? I had one after it smashed me to the ground that I used, and it immediately took all my health away after that. Where did all the attack damage go? Shenanigans is exactly what it is. Ridiculous. But evidently, it's definitely worth it to attack the one in the middle first, so that you don't have to deal with smaller enemies at the side that do the major damage. You only have to focus on the attack of the big guy. So may be useful. I'm gonna get struck out here by the giant spear. Not that, not. Let's try this again. I clearly said to use the flower and not the Estus Flask, but whatever. a stun-locked attack. Clearly, I hit there, did no damage, got stun-locked into an attack because it took away my stamina from trying to do the attack. Like, where was any of the damage from that attack? Any of it. I played all the way through this game to the final boss in the game, and I still don't understand where the fuck the attack damage goes. You know, or where sometimes when you land a direct hit, where the damage goes. Because where was it there? Any of it. It took all of my stamina for the hit, but it didn't give me any attack damage? Where's the trade-off? Whatever you want, that the hitbox isn't wide enough to take the hit or whatever, or that the leg swept in front or whatever else. But if it took all of my stamina, it should be able to insta-kill me with a strike that I'm locked into. Like, where are these hits going? Where are these hits going? Because I'm standing as close to the enemy as I can, so close that I'm taking damage from strikes that are nowhere near me. And still not getting anything for damage. It'd be fine if it was giving me some form of damage versus none, but it's just completely giving me nothing at this point. Nothing. I thought it just killed me there after I moved the little button forward. I feel like a big part of this game is supposed to be anticipating actions, but you can't anticipate an action if it has an overlay with something else. shield at full stamina. Like, I honestly feel like this game is the most broken thing in the world. We have a few parts where I couldn't even interact with anything. Nothing. At all in the entire game. I couldn't open a window, I couldn't hide in a trash can, I couldn't pick up an item, I couldn't sit down. Nothing. It was that broken. And I played through 8 hours the entire game over again. Because I wanted to play the storyline through. Because it was unique enough that it was its own thing that I had never seen anything else like. And I don't believe I ever will. It's its own universe with its own designs. It was fantastic. This does not feel like that. I've already played this game through. At least a majority of the way through. Twice. I played it, this specific game itself, a majority of the way through. After that, I pretty much beat all 3 of these games. And yet they feel broken. Every time that I play them. Bloodborne has issues. It's by the same developer. But it's not nearly as frustrating as the issues that were in these games that they aren't fixing. And it wouldn't be as big of a deal to me if it wasn't a modern game. But this game, I think Dark Souls 3 was 2016, maybe even later. And they've had plenty of time to fix the issues. And they just ignore them, knowing that they're there. So yeah, it was you can't see it on there, but it was released on March 24th of 2016. The initial release date, and Bloodborne was actually made before this game and works better, which was March 24th of 2015. The original Dark Souls was made in 2011, and Dark Souls 2 was made in 2014, but the lead developer wasn't a part of that project. Just in case, Alexa, when was Dark Souls 3 originally released? Sorry, I was turning it up.
Here's something I found on the web. According to Kotaku.com, Dark Souls 3 is an action RPG for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC in which players are thrust into a gothic fantasy world and asked to survive against brutal odds.
That didn't answer my question, but thanks. I don't think I'll be Shut up. My speaker is back talking to me. I don't think I'll be returning to this probably anytime soon. I got through a majority of the game once. I've talked about several times how broken I think this game actually is. And I think that it needs a lot of changes to even be able to fit what I'd expect a PS2 game to be able to do. Yes, the graphics are good in some areas, but if you look out into the distance, they're really no better than what a PS2 graphics system could do. Drakengard was on PS2 as kind of a command your own armies type of game with dragons and magical swords and stuff, and it had the same type of graphics as this. It's just an overlay back screen you can walk on. It really is. Bloodborne has some really impressive graphics, and it was made before this, and it was done much better. The universe is much more compelling, and I'll probably keep doing that on the channel until I have all 3 of the endings officially for the game. Because I do like that game a lot, as opposed to this I did not. The original Dark Souls was a wonderful series. I loved everything about it. It was its own immersive universe. This tried to combine too much of the first and second game into its own entity, and they ended up ruining what was the original good that was Dark Souls. I do believe that I may even play the DLC for Bloodborne eventually. I'll probably get frustrated with the bosses in that too, but it often feels like the reason for me dying is actually there and Bloodborne, as opposed to this, doesn't show or tell you the reason why. So, in closing, I think Bloodborne is a much better project for this game this developer to continue with. I do know that Elden Ring is coming out that's supposed to be like an open world version of this. I'm not sure if I'll be playing that. I'll be checking out what other people think of that and kind of what I think of that as things go forward. I have bought Demon's Souls for the PS5. It's a PS5 exclusive that, a PS5 exclusive you can only buy for the PS5. If I plan to play that on the channel, which I might, I haven't gotten too far in it. I've played it for some days now, and I'm very sick, so I can't be in the area where the system is that we have Demon's Souls on. It's likely going to take me a long time to get through it. I started and got to, I think, the second boss of the game, and I haven't figured out how to defeat it yet. I kind of have went through and discovered what I think the game is like versus Dark Souls. And so far, the storyline's a little outdated, and I found that you have a lot of connections to Dark Souls without it being in the Dark Souls universe. Which it was where Bloodborne was a big hit to me, is that it's this hard game that looks really good that's in a different universe that isn't something that I'm used to. And with Dark Souls having 3 games in the same series, I feel like they ruined it in several different ways. They originally ruined it by trying to combine humanity with Ember. They should be the same thing. Not one or the other. Not something that makes a boss have 3 health bars, or even 2. The original bosses of Dark Souls all only had 1 health bar. They changed phases and got harder all in that same health bar that you could subtract from. And it was just fine the way it was. This one, they make you redo an entire health bar for a harder phase, and I don't think that that's fair to the player, because the player cannot come back like the bosses in the game constantly do. Another upgrade that even Demon's Souls has on this game is I feel like the lore is explained a lot better. This game has some lore bits to it, but they kind of don't play into the story real well. And even when they do end up wrapping into the story, they don't have to do with any of the character quests or anything. Bloodborne does this really well with several different things. If you saw my last video on it, we talked to some of the NPCs before going into a Chalice dungeon, and even when we killed off a character, they tied it back to the workshop immediately. Here's the workshop, here's several things that you can do with this item, here's what this item was from. Here's the lore that goes with this item. And it's on the constant that they're always tying things back to the same motivations, the same, this is what we're doing overall.